Hey there, Legends, my name is Jaredude, here with patch notes for Apex Legends. An update went live today, March 6th, 2019. A second update is discussed by Respawn that will come when the Season 1 update goes live later this month. For the patch notes that is now currently available on all platforms, the major news is that the Peacekeeper and Wingman have both been slightly adjusted, nerfed. For the Wingman, the rate of fire has been reduced from 3.1 to 2.6. with a Skull Piercer headshot damage multiplier that has been reduced from 2.5 to 2.25. Then finally, for the Wingmen, increase base hipfire spread and decrease the rate at which hipfire spread decays, which just means that it shrinks back down. So, some slight adjustments. It's going to fire slightly slower, and the headshot damage, once again with the Skull Piercer attachment, is going to be less. Is it still going to be a strong weapon? We'll have to wait and see how it plays out, but there have been some slight adjustments made. Peacekeeper. For the Peacekeeper specifically, shotgun bolt rechamber rate has been reduced for the Peacekeeper only. Reminder that all the shotgun bolt does is increase your fire rate. For a level 1 shotgun bolt, it has been changed from a 10% increase down to 7.5%. Level 2 from 20% increase to 13%. Level 3 increase from 25% down to 16%. And then a final change made to both of these weapons is that they have been reduced in all zone tiers. So we're going to see a lot less of the Wingman and Peacekeeper spawning on the map. They will be much harder to find. Then finally, for this update, things that were changed, besides some miscellaneous things which we'll get to in a second, they have increased the availability of energy weapons and ammo in all zone tiers. For some additional patch notes, as Jay Frechette, the community manager, writes, fix some script errors that we identified were occasionally causing disconnects during matches. Caustic occasionally causing disconnects while throwing his ultimate, Pathfinder occasionally causing disconnects when activating a survey beacon, players occasionally causing disconnects when removing an attachment, Gibraltar occasionally causing disconnects when pulling up his gun shield, and players occasionally causing disconnects when entering spectate mode. And then finally, in regard to this update, as I said, there is some news regarding the upcoming one, but for the P2020 in Mozambique, why weren't they buffed? Well, Jay says, we love y'all's beak memes, so we're hesitant to lose that. Then he proceeds to say, in all seriousness, our goal is to have a power curve of weapons. Power curve just means that some weapons will be weaker and more common, while others will be stronger and rarer. Some weapons are intentionally less powerful until fully perped with hop-ups and attachments, while other weapons on the bottom of the power curve are your early game, better than melee, but gotta upgrade out of ASAP weapons. We've seen some good feedback from players about how to make these pistols more exciting without losing out on the goal above that we're listening to. We'll be continuing to watch player data and feedback and trying things out internally, but for now, they'll remain the same. Well, my only thing is melee better than the Mozambique? Honestly, maybe. But I certainly see what they're saying. I don't like to put too much of my input into this, but that is their explanation. That is why the Mozambique and P2020 have not been touched. With that said, with Season 1, which still has yet to come, he does talk about how they realize people are waiting for it. He says that it's a very big thing for them to try to get these big announcements ready, but it will be coming this month. Season 1 will be starting here in March, and they're just trying to make sure everything is ready, everything is balanced, which, by the way, is another thing that they talk about with these balance changes. They want to make sure that players can actually play the game. That's why they took some time to decide what to adjust here in this first balancing update. Of course, it only touched a couple of weapons, but with that said, they just wanted to be sure that this is what players really want, and they feel confident in this choice. With that said, if a new legend comes out, they gave this as an example, and it's really overpowered, it will immediately fix any issues that are major, but they thought that as for now, any balancing problems are not too big of an issue, so that is why they have been slower in trying to figure out exactly what they want before making any big changes like they have here today. So with that said, for Season 1, there will be some changes coming to hitbox sizes. Specifically for Caustic, Pathfinder, and Gibraltar. We're better sizing hitboxes to character gear and model, and since these adjustments have a major impact on the game, we want to make sure there aren't any major bugs, so we didn't want to rush them out. As I mentioned a second ago, if these adjustments prove to be insufficient, we'll consider additional adjustments during Season 1. So, they are going to be addressing Caustic, Pathfinder, and Gibraltar, the larger characters in the game. If you don't know what we're talking about here specifically, the hitboxes of the characters, meaning how big they are, vary between every single character, and once again, Gibraltar and Caustic are by far the tallest. Pathfinder especially has a very large head, making it easier for him to have headshots done upon him. So Respawn has found some sort of solution. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out exactly. Once again, this update is not coming until Season 1 goes live later this month, which we still do not know when that will happen. Then to end this video, some minor balance changes that will be coming to the Legends with the next Season 1 update. For Caustic, everything has to do with his traps. Reduced cooldown to 25 seconds from 30 seconds, increased radius and proximity radius by about 10%, and removed a 1-second delay on the smoke dealing damage to players. For Pathfinder, insider knowledge increased the number of beacons in the world to 12 from 10, so we will be seeing 2 new beacons out in the world. For Lifeline, care package, removed slight chance that level 4 armor and helmets will drop. Wraith, Into the Void, cooldown increased from 20 to 25 seconds. And then finally, Bangalore, double time, reduced move speed bonus to 30%, it was previously at 40%. So, there are some notable changes in here. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think anything here was a mistake? Or do you think these changes are great? Especially for the second half of the video here. Once again, we will not see these changes until Season 1, so they are not live yet. But the Peacekeeper and Wingman have been nerfed as of today, and their spawning rates have been reduced supposedly by quite a bit. So we can go see what that is like as of now. But that is everything for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. My name is Jaredude, and remember, we are all legends.